Welcome students. Again, I'm going to go over unit lesson 2 now. So I'm on the home page, and remember what I said last time, you can access the unit lessons by clicking on modules, or you can scroll down here and click on the unit lesson links. So I'm going to go ahead and click on unit lesson 2, public speaking. This is one of my favorite units because this is where you will be focusing on the major speech assignment, which is the informative speech. So I'm going to go over the instructions, the assignment instructions. So let's go ahead and look at Welcome to Unit Lesson 2, Public Speaking. So this is the welcome page. Tells you the chapters that you're going to be working on, which is chapters 13 through 16. Make sure you read all those chapters to give you a clear understanding of the informative speech assignment. Checklist, again, read assigned chapters 13 through 16. Review PowerPoint files and notes that I have provided for you, and watch the videos that have been provided for you in this unit lesson. To-do list, check your course organizer for all due dates, and you can find that on the home page here, the course organizer. You are to complete discussion board 2. You also need to complete unit 2 quiz. You will have the informative speech outline, the informative speech video, the informative speech PowerPoint. And I do have a speech delivery method document. Please make sure that you read the entire document because it has more detailed information about the informative speech. And I always remind students to make your video public so I can view it. So whatever recording device you use, whether you use your phone to record your speech video presentation, you will save that, and then you will upload it to YouTube, and make sure that when you upload it to YouTube, you do not put any restrictions on it, because I need to be able to open up the video so that I can evaluate your speech presentation. So please make sure that you set it public so I can view it. Do not put any restrictions. I'll have the screen recordings here for the unit lesson 2. There's some videos here, brief videos about the fear of public speaking. Kind of gives you some helpful tips on that and how to deal with nervousness when it comes to public speaking. So let's go on to the next screen. Here are the learning outcomes for unit lesson 2. Let's go on to the next. These are your student notes for unit lesson 2. Like I said, this unit includes chapter 13 through 16. These are the PowerPoints for chapters 13 through 16. I also have included, since one of the assignments is an outline, an informative speech outline, I have a student example here, and I also have a student example of the PowerPoint. And this is the document that you must read thoroughly before you begin your informative speech assignment. And this is a video on how to upload your speech on YouTube. So once you have recorded your speech, like I said, if you're using your iPhone, you have recorded it through your iPhone, and then you need to upload that speech video to YouTube, and make sure you set it to public. And then I'll show you how to copy and paste the URL on the Canvas assignment link. This is another great video on how public speaking will change your life. Gives you many as far as career opportunities in public speaking. She does a great job in just sharing what she went through, and also how public speaking can benefit you. This is another great video. Um, his name is Dr. Alex Lyon, and he does a great job of the distinction between informative versus persuasive. So your first major speech is informative, and he goes over what informative speech is. Again, please make sure that you read the chapters in this unit and watch this video. Again, this is the informative speech. This is not a student of mine. This is just a YouTube video that I found, and this student did her speech on an informative speech on But First Coffee. And I just kind of wanted you to see, she does a really great job as far as the attention getter. We never want to begin a speech with hello, my name is, and so she does a great attention getter. She does the preview main points. Again, you would know all these terminologies when you read the chapters for this unit, which is chapters 13 through 16. So please take the time to view this video so you can kind of get an idea on how to present an informative speech. So this is a APA source citation. So if you click on this, it will take you to our TCC library. For the informative speech assignment, you must cite at least 3 sources and cite them APA format. So this gives you examples on how to do that. You have a discussion board, and as you know, you would click on reply, and your initial post is 150 words, and respond to 2 of your classmates. Each response is 75 words. Let's go on to the next. You have Unit 2 quiz. I do provide you with 2 attempts, and I take the highest grade. So now I'm going to go over the informative speech assignment again in the area where it has all the notes, the PowerPoint and student notes. There's also the speech delivery method document. Please make sure that you read that because it kind of gives you a little bit more of detailed as far as how to set up, if you're going to use your phone to set up the recording or use some other ways. But make sure that you read the speech delivery method document. So right here, I have stated, please make sure to view the videos that I have provided for this assignment. See below, and I'll go ahead and put this video on, and it'll be right here. This is your first major presentation, the informative speech, and this is exciting because I get to meet you and see you online. So please watch each screen recording that I provide in each unit lesson. At this point, you should have read chapters 13 through 16. You will upload your YouTube presentation of your informative speech here, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Again, I hope you have viewed the video on how to upload your video to YouTube. Make sure to submit it correctly. 5-point deduction will be taken off if assignment is submitted incorrectly. So make sure, again, I cannot stress that enough, to view the screen recordings that I provide. The time limit for your major speeches is 4 to 6 minutes. Do not speak less than 4 minutes and do not speak more than 6 minutes. You have to stay within this time frame. An audience of at least 3 people is required for the major speeches in this course. A 10% penalty will be deducted if this requirement is not met. Select a topic of interest that you feel qualified to speak on or you have an interest in. The topic should be of worth, and you'll be asked to support your speech with at least 3 qualified sources. Make sure that you do not use Wikipedia as one of your sources. Sources may be drawn from the internet, library, and interviews. Again, must be reputable sources. Procedure. Construct an outline of your speech. Use the informative speech outline template located in the outline assignment. And I think it's after this screen, I will show you how to, where the outline template is. I have it in two places. Um, I have the informative speech student example outline on the where the student notes are, and I also have it on the assignment link, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Note that an outline is not a manuscript of the speech itself, but a skeleton of the ideas and materials that will be presented. Refer back to the example outline in the outline assignment. Remember, you must cite 3 sources and must be APA. This is an error here. It must be APA format. When you use other people's work, you are required to give them credit. Um, Again, a 10-point penalty will occur if sources are not cited. You need to cite your sources, and it needs to be on the outline, and I'll show you that. I have a student example of what your outline should look like. Do not put off your outline until the last minute. Remember, this should be done early before you start practicing your speech. With the outline complete, transfer key ideas and phrases to note cards. You will be allowed 1 note card for each main point. So there's 3 main points for your informative speech. So those 5 note cards could be, the first one could be for your attention getter, the introduction, and then your 3 main points, 1 note card for each 3 main point, and then your last note card is your conclusion. I would write down keywords and phrases on the note cards. Please do not write your entire speech on the note card. You must also include a PowerPoint presentation. With these steps complete, you should set aside time to actively practice your speech. Practice and practice and practice at least 5 to 7 times. And during those 5 to 7 times, you may be practicing about 30 minutes each time. And some may need more. So it all depends on you. Use your note cards sparingly. Do not read your speech. Practice the speech until you feel fully confident of your presentation. Again, do not read your speech. You are to deliver all your speeches extemporaneously. It should be conversational. The note cards are to be used sparingly. Do not read it. Eye contact is crucial in public speaking. Remember, I want to see your eyes, your whole face, not part of it. And I say this because many students, when they upload their video and they submit it through the Canvas site and I open it up, half of their forehead is cut off. I only see part of their face, so make sure before you even submit the video that you have someone else look at it and see if you are visibly seen. Make sure that you record yourself so that I can see you. I need to hear your voice. Make sure the audio, the volume is high enough for me to hear you. Make sure the room where you are recording is not dark. Again, I stress that you need to be visible. Your dress attire should be business casual, as this will help provide a more positive learning experience. So it is best to stand if you're able to as you present your speeches. Please do not sit down. And remember, again, you will know these terminologies when you have read the chapters of this book, of the ebook. Remember to begin with an attention getter, then connection to audience, and then give the audience a preview of your 3 main points. Remember to use transitional words to move from one main point to the next. This will help your speech flow smoothly and will keep you on track. So throughout your speech presentation, mention the research you use. This will convey credibility to your audience. So for example, you can say, according to the American Heart Association, cardiovascular disease is, again, this will help your credibility and validity of the research. All students are expected to incorporate an extemporaneous type of delivery. Any speech that is read in its entirety will receive no higher than a 70%. Please note that this is an informative speech. If at any time you feel you're attempting to reinforce or change audience attitude, or that you're advocating a specific action, you are probably falling into the realm of persuasion. Consider using this topic for your persuasive speech because persuasive presentations will receive a letter grade deduction for this speech. Again, our first major speech assignment is the informative speech. So make sure that you know the difference between informative and persuasive speech. Watch the video and also read the chapters of this unit. Read through the speech delivery method file, and I'll show you where that is located. You can find the file in this Unit 2 resources link. Remember to submit work correctly. Value for this assignment is 200 points, and this is the rubric that you can click on and what to look for, how you're going to be graded on. Again, any speech that is read, I stress this, will receive no higher than a 70%, and that's if all your other areas are correctly done. So, this is the speech delivery instructions, that method document that is on Unit 2 lesson, and I've also have a screen recording of it here. And then I'm going to show you submitting your speeches on Canvas. This is a short video on how to, once you record your speech on your phone, and then you upload it to YouTube, then you're going to have to copy and paste that URL on Canvas, and this video shows you how to do that. This is another video by Dr. Lyon, how many times to practice a speech. This is a video on the informative speech. What is an informative speech? And this is also a video on citing sources. So we're not in student view. If I click on student view, it's not open yet, but all you would have to do is, once it's open, I think it'll be open it'll be open fairly soon. But remember, you would click on student view, start assignment, and please make sure that you view this video because I show you exactly how to copy and paste the URL on this assignment link. All right. The next one here is the informative speech outline. Along with the informative speech presentation, you're required to do an outline. So let me go ahead and this is the template, I believe. Let me see if that's gonna work it out. Hold on. This is the outline template. It's on Microsoft Word, and if you don't have Microsoft Word, remember on the home page there's Office 365. You could click on that and get that program for free because you are a TCC student. So these are my instructions. So read the instructions first. Once you have read the instructions, then since this is a Word document, please use this document, this template. Do not use any other template because I will not accept any other template. You must use this document template. So once you have read the instructions, you would delete my instructions. You would download this and you would click on enable editing, and you would highlight this and delete my instruction. And then you will be able to, you'll be able to type in your name. Again, it's a Word document, and once you download the Word document, it will have here enable editing, and you will click on that, and then it will allow you to remove my instructions. All I want in this is your information. So these are my instructions. You will type in your information. And you would know these terminology because you have read chapters 13 through 16. Your general purpose, just 2 words, to inform. You would delete all this and just type in to inform. You will type in the specific purpose of your informative speech, what organizational pattern. So if you're using chronological order, you will just type in chronological, or if you're using topical order, you will just type in topical order. Again, sometimes students use a combination, topical and chronological. Again, you will read on these about these terms in chapters 13 through 16. Attention getter, please remember, I think on page 337 of your ebook, it talks about how to come up with a creative attention getter. You never want to begin your speech with, hello, my name is. Make sure that you have a creative attention getter. So you will include your attention getter in this area. Again, you would delete my instructions and then type in connection to audience. You will type in your thesis statement here, and then remember, we said to use transitions, and transitions are words that connect one main point to the next so that it will allow your speech to flow smoothly, keeps you on track, and also not lose your audience. So this should be a complete sentence outline. It's not, you're not words or phrases. It needs to be complete sentence outline. Okay, this is your main point. You must have at least 3 main points. Main point 1, main point 2, and main point 3. You will type in all the main points in a complete sentence. And for each main point, you must have at least 2 subpoints. So if you don't need subpoint 3, you can delete that. Some of you might need more than 2 subpoints, but you have to have at least 2 subpoints for each main point. And then again at the end, conclusion signals the end. Make sure you end strong and memorable. You want to leave your audience remembering your speech. And then make sure that you include your sources cited, APA. And I'm going to take this off because I really want APA format. Okay? These are just, I showed you in the resource link, the APA format citation so that you could click on and it'll go to our TCC library. And this also gives you on other websites to help you with citing APA format. Let me go ahead and close that out. So let me go ahead and click on this. This is an informative speech outline, student example. I just deleted the name of the student, but this is what your final result informative speech outline should look like. It should only have your information. So this students presented their speech on elephants. General purpose is to inform because this is an informative speech, so the general purpose is to inform. Specific purpose, you can still use the same sentence after listening to my speech. My audience will have a better understanding of, so whatever topic you chose, you can go ahead and include. This will be different because you're choosing a different topic, but you can start off with this. This student used a topical pattern. You see how they did not start with hello, my name is. It was very creative. Connection to audience. This is a thesis statement and transition, the first transition, transitioning into the first main point. And so as you see that all the main points are in a complete sentence, the student used more than 2 subpoints. As I said, you might not use more than 2, but some of you might, so that's why I have it there. And if you don't use it, just delete subpoint 3, but you must have at least 2 subpoints for each main point. And then you have another main point here to transition to main point 2. Again, this just helps your speech to flow. It keeps you on track. It does not confuse the audience. And as you see here, this is what it should look like. Has the summary and a closing. They ended with a quote, and then they included in APA format the works cited. So that's what it should look like. So as you begin your outline, because that's the first thing you're going to do, then after that, that's when you're going to practice your speech. So make sure that you have this outline open as you're working on your own outline. And you will just submit it through this assignment link. Let me go ahead and click on the next. This is the PowerPoint. This is where you're going to submit the PowerPoint. Remember, the student view, it would say start assignment. You would click on that and then you would upload the PowerPoint example. So let me go ahead and click on that right now. Kind of show you the PowerPoint should be on the topic that you're presenting. But I wanted to show you this because this student did an excellent job. Remember, the PowerPoint is 5 to 7 slides. Use text and images to enhance your presentation. Now, during your informative speech presentation, you do not have to show the PowerPoint. You still have to submit it because it's part of your grade. But there's some students that when they're giving their presentation, they're turning around or giving me a side view of themselves because they're clicking on their laptop computer to go on to the next screen. And I can't see them. They're not maintaining eye contact. If that's going to be you, then do not show the PowerPoint and just speak. And then you still have to submit it because it is part of your grade. So you have the option to show it. But if you do show it, make sure that you're maintaining eye contact. I'm not getting a side view or turning your back on your audience. And like I said, I require an audience of 3. There's a 10% penalty if that is not, if you don't have an audience of 3. And what you would do before you begin your speech, show your audience of 3, and then you begin your speech and start speaking. Okay? So this is what, hopefully you can look at this PowerPoint and create one that not too many words. These are keywords and phrases. Have images. Don't be too wordy. This is nice, easy to follow. 5 to 7 slides. And they cited their sources here. Make sure you cite your sources on the outline. That's where I want it. If you cite it here, that's great. But the outline is the one. Okay? So let's go back. And I believe that is it. Oops, I went too far ahead. All right, let's go back to the home page. I hope this helped you. And like I said, for each unit, I will have a screen recording for you, just kind of going over the assignment instructions and how to navigate it and how to submit assignments. Thank you.